Hi, Adrian here from AM Gardening, just doing a garden update. The lemon tree has started to actually show a lot of flowers now. Yep. And they've got them all starting to germinate, or sprout shall we say, around. And there's a lot of fresh growth on it, and it's nice and happy. Coming on to this first garden bed, the parsley that I planted out from once it was living in pots, it's now living in the ground. It's responded really well to being planted back in the garden beds. There was a trellis of snow peas here. They just never seem to really do that great here this year. And I did have a self-sown tomato come up in the background, so I've just put in a string for it to grow up now, and we'll just grow it up that. We'll keep it as a single stem, and we'll see how many hands of fruit that appear on it when I run it up. I'll terminate it when it gets to the top of the string. Basil, as always, going really good. We'll soon be turning that basil into pesto. The zucchini literally exploded everywhere onto this garden bed. Basically are now growing right out the edge and over it. Composting has got a few pots of assorted stuff. I've got another basil ready to go once the other one has been harvested. I've got Sophia's sunflower up the back that needs to go into a bigger pot soon. And we have the broccoli. The broccoli have started flowering. I've also recently just had to spray Dipel on again. As you can see just here, there was a green caterpillar attack. And if we look very closely, there is still one there. So I'll just give him a bit of a rub. There he is. Yep, he's gone. So they're still there, but the Dipel's doing its job in controlling their numbers. Cauliflower, yeah, they're looking pretty good. They're all growing. Still no signs of them flowering yet. What I originally thought was a tree tomato has turned out to be a yellow cherry tomato. It tastes beautiful. So we've started having the first few coming off. Unfortunately, they don't last long on the tree once I see them. I came up with this method to support the tree, thinking I'd be able to grow it up onto it and have a lot of nice big red tomatoes there, all growing out of one little shopping bag's worth of soil and some water in the pot. I was adding nitrophosphor into the water every so often to give the plant the food it needed, but since I've discovered that it's a yellow tomato, well, it's a yellow cherry tomato, I've terminated all the ends and I won't let it grow any bigger. I will wait until all the fruits come off before pulling it out. We've got the seedling tray out. I've got 4 rows of what I believe to be broccoli. The seed are in a bag unknown with no name, but they do look like broccoli seed. We've got the lettuces for the lettuce garden, and then we've got some snow peas which I'll try in the lettuce garden as well. Over the back we're given a black Russian. There's some marmalades that have germinated. That's a clone of a marmalade, not looking too healthy. Another clone of another marmalade. And another broccoli of unknown origin. Here's the latest experiment. It is a hydroponic tomato grown in a Beto style bucket. The basic premise is that I can pour the water in up at the top, it'll come down, fills a reservoir down the bottom, any excess will flow back out. So a simple example is we just take it, pour the water back in, and if there's any extra, it will flow out the overflow down the bottom. Lettuce in this garden is coming along nicely. We'll soon be able to take some for our salads. the mulberry tree. Nice and steady, hasn't really gone anywhere, but it is winter and it's nice and dormant, but with a good set of green leaves on it. Orange tree still starting to lose a bit more of the leaves. It still has the one big orange on it, and we're getting signs of it flowering. Come along to the snow peach. Yep, snow peach is looking nice and happy. It's getting some good cold weather. Actually had a peach strike here. And the other couple that we did have out on here, nothing seems to have happened with them. We'll just leave it over winter and see how it pans out. Here you can see the lettuce garden. The lettuces are coming along nicely. We've planted out the next set of seedlings. This is an assorted set of seedlings. Went with an assorted set rather than just have one type. We'll be able to get a few different types. We can sample them and see how they taste like. Here's what's going on in the front yard. Here's the fig tree that I've planted. We've got a nice big hole under it. As you can see, the pipes there will give us good vision down in case it gets flooded, and will help with some ventilation of the soil. Mandarin tree, looking good as ever. We'll need to pot that out into a bigger pot shortly. The Valencia and the Navalia, both in their buckets.